turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he was around. Hey, play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. Tell me we won't live in hell. My brother doing 55 in that cell. Nigga claiming he your round here spin shell. Same nigga you put on to hit the stand and tell. How the fuck you turn your back on a nigga that love you? Treat your kids like my kids, treat you like a brother. I told my dog, let's leave the streets to serve the most high. He said, fuck that shit, he trying to sell another pie. His daddy killed him, put him in the trunk, set him on fire. His wife was pregnant, he ain't never get to see his child. Had me thinking to myself, what happened if I die? Look my babies in the eyes, I gotta stay alive. I put my ego on the shelf and my pride to the side. I'm with some niggas who gon' step and got God on their side. Got in the ISUPK, they keep asking me why. As I do the work of the Lord, I gotta stay alive. Face the east, pray alive. I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down right. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
You ever pump a pack with a snake by your side? Yes, I see a man reach out to God before he died. Yes, I did. I know the Lord forgive us for these sins, but I'm starting to think the kingdom of heaven is for these kids. I told my daughter, there's one man in your bed, I won't stand for less. For my son, I hit your head on that fragile legs. I lost some niggas to that dope, I lost niggas to the feds. Remember Jono tried to stick me for that cheese on that bread, yeah, I was thugging with Lucky and that nigga left me for dead. Endured to the end cause I listened to what was said. Mother told me she loved me when she was sick up in the bed. I was running them streets but the truth made me a man. Shit I don't really speak cause she'll never understand. That's why I ain't even tell her about these voices in my head. I'm still trying to manage my anger like Uncle Craig.
I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
Yeah. Cold shit.
I ain't come with goons, but I'm well connected. Walk in the room is pop, pop, like you got rejected. Let me see if you qualify or not. Spinning up in a tinted truck, riding around your block. Busy man. I get a wordy in this shit from top to bottom like a motherfucking ceiling fan. Hopping out the rental van, on my way to LAX. Brothers out in Cali and they killers out of every. But I ain't tripping on no blood. One West, all my niggas got it out the mud. Put your face on a t-shirt, memory of niggas acting tough in them songs, that's the drugs. I don't need no cases, all my pistols clean. So now I weigh my options. Used to use the triple beam. Used to get the wop, mix it with the nicotine. Now I travel state to state and put on for my team.
The fuck wrong with them? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get them. I see niggas and they feelings, I don't feel them. Keep the Glockin' with me, it was like a ball with it. At the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm one West, go to war with everybody. Cut the grass for the snakes, fuck the gossip. Front line with them soldiers, that's my pot shot. Gun drawn, trying to curse the imposter. Shit get out the pocket, go to war with everybody, yeah. Shit that hate make it to the featherweight. Niggas claim they hard, but they sweeter than the dedication. Hold on, think it's time to introduce. I'm a man and a beast and a stepper and a roller. Hold on, and a G and a soldier and a mover. Hold on, and a killer and a prophet and a shooter, nigga. Trying to stay humble, my shit crazy. Cold leader, need the blue stripes, no brick baby. Can't be serious, you a funny boy, young fly. Look wrong, must be a dummy, I ain't gunshot. Fuck that little bitch, she a hook. Nigga swear he the go, bring him to the bush. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get 'em. Niggas in their feelings, I don't feel 'em. Kid that get with me, it was like a ball with 'em. Be at the end, gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? What's the problem? From World West, go to war with everybody.
I'm from Philly, it get hot, you catch a cold case. I'm one West, these brothers trying to set my soul straight. They done turned me to a prophet from a demon, and I'm locked in this shit and I ain't leaving. Never. Ski mask transform to war mode like I'm Voltron. Stamp on my head and my chest from the most high. Put something tight around your neck like got my niggas waiting charged up like they phone died.
Red letter, drip clean, it looks so fly. Claim he riding, that's why I left his ass roadside. He gon' die, skyscraper to a nosedive. 9mm plus B, fuck a 4-5. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. I see niggas in their feelings, I don't feel 'em. Kid that Glocky with me, it was like a ball with him. Be at the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? From World West, go to war with everybody.
They said free the Palestinians.
Check. Hey, let me get a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. Mic check 1, 2. Y'all should be able to though. Let me see. We got Sheila, Just Art and Paint. Let me see. You understand? Yagawam. Who else we got? You understand? Jason Northcutt, America is burning. What's going on? Headquarters, y'all joining me tonight? What's going down? Let me see. Shalat. What'd you say now?
I said, I'm here with you, sir.
Okay, you there in spirit, just voice. All right, y'all can hear me loud and clear. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my main man, Yabakan. You already know what it is. I always wonder, man. You know what I'm saying? Like what it's gonna be like on these days. Because usually Thanksgiving, we don't get all the smoke because Christians are diabolical and they like to celebrate, you understand, the slaughter of North American Indians, which is Thanksgiving, which we're gonna talk about some of that today. Phone lines are not going to be open, but y'all can join the video chat. So what I'm gonna do is, let me see. Can you share the link if you haven't already and pin it for anybody who wants to be able to join the live? That's how we doing it today. Big ups, you understand? Lounge Maker, Tony Estrada, you understand? Rapayad, Quadar, you know what I'm saying? Big ups to everybody that's out there. Who you with at? Who you with at? Who's at headquarters with you, man?
We got Officer Hazahab in the room.
My main man, Officer Hazahab. Who else is there, man?
We got Officer Hazahab and his kids. We got Officer Yatazar back here.
Officer Yatazar, you know what I'm saying? Y'all should Shabrak Thumb. What's going on, y'all?
Officer Kayan.
Officer
Kayan in the room.
You say Officer who?
Kayanatab.
Kayanatab was going down. Who else we got?
That's everybody.
It's everybody, man.
Officer in the back.
And Officer Paratazar, you know what I'm saying? You got all the heavy hitters from headquarters, man. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Definitely appreciate y'all being in the house. Yeah, man. Let me see what else we got. Who else we got in the chat? Did I miss anybody? We got Bridget. Let me see. I never seen Black Jack before. Shout out. Let me see. Hebrew Knights of Zion said thumb up the video. You already know. And we live and direct. So a lot of things going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? A couple of things that I want to address in the beginning too, man. I talked to some Israelite brothers and sisters, and they talk about the Israelite community and how sad they are. And I say, if y'all were not affiliated like the UPK, y'all wouldn't be sad. You understand? I wish you understand, because now I'm starting to hear other Israelite groups say that they're not affiliated. I'm starting to hear them say that there are some so-called camps out there who are not in the truth.
Are you so now they understand the concept?
I think they're starting to understand the concept. I think that their eyes are finally starting to look up, that everything that calls themselves an Israelite, everything that wears fringes, you understand, doesn't mean that they are actually in the truth. It's more than just fringes and knowing you're an Israelite. So you know what I'm saying, definitely check out the new videos that we posted, and you can see certain scam artists getting exposed. You know what I'm saying? Outside of that, a couple of things we're going to talk about tonight. The shooting that was in Israel, not in Israel, in DC. Things are still heating up all around the world. Wars and rumors of wars. Y'all already know what time it is, so we're definitely going to tap in talking about what's going on in DC. And you could just tell that Trump getting ready to put more oppression on the true Jews, the true Israelites, and definitely the Northern Kingdom, especially the tribe of Issachar. Definitely went down in D.C. I spoke to Captain Mashak the other night. You know what I'm saying? Right when it happened, we were talking about it. I didn't even know. He's like, you heard about what happened in D.C.? I'm like, nah, what happened? So we're gonna definitely touch on that, and then as well. And mods, definitely drop the link in the chat. But what I want y'all to see is this book right here. The copies are in. All right. So this right here is A Tribe Called Gad, and We Came from the East. This is two of the books that I've done in one. All right. It's going to be on sale. The books individually are $19.99. But together they are $24.99. Y'all can put your orders in. We'll ship them straight to you. And seeing as that it's Thanksgiving, man, you know what I'm saying? What I definitely want to read is just like a little bit of excerpts, man. You know what I'm saying, from here. And it says, let me see. So now this is after a massacre. It says white authorities rewrote the history of Tulsa to hide the native connection and minimize the scale of destruction. Survivors were forbidden to rebuild, and many black Indians were later stripped of their tribal rights under laws that sought to separate black from native identity. The Dawes Rolls. The U.S. government forced Native Americans to register under race-based categories, often excluding black Native individuals from full tribal recognition. Land seizures. Many black Native landowners had property stolen through fraudulent legal maneuvers. Reclassification. Over time, black Indians were forced to identify as Negro or black, severing their official connection to their indigenous ancestry. What you got to realize, man, is that there's definitely some people out there think that they Judites and they Gad. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of different, you know what I'm saying, brothers and sisters that shared in the same oppression and helped build cities like Tulsa. And it's our people have continued to be oppressed together, but white supremacy has been working overtime for centuries to suppress our identity to keep us from uniting. Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians have become obedient slaves in America. We are destroyed past the point of critical thinking and actually take pride in calling ourselves American. America is not the land of freedom for us, but rather the land of our captivity. We celebrate holidays whose foundation was established on the slaughtering of our ancestors. And it says the story of Thanksgiving is a more recent fiction that's been promoted in America the last 120 years or so. Educational facilities across the nation have brainwashed and embedded in our mind lies. We have been given a fictitious story of an ideal partnership between Pilgrims and North American Indians that never took place. See, y'all think, you know, Squanto and John Smith and all these people were just friends. This is how they try to paint that, man. You understand? When really we have been natural enemies. And so it says that we have been given a fictitious story of an ideal partnership between Pilgrims and North American Indians that never took place. A feast did take place some odd 373 years ago in the year 1637. On that day, Massachusetts colony governor John Winthrop had a celebration to honor his colonial volunteers. These men were proclaimed heroes that had returned home after slaughtering over 700 Pequot Indian men, women, and children, all unalived in cold blood. And then it goes on to talk about Amos 5:21. I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assembly. We have been brainwashed into believing that Squanto and the Pilgrims shared a meal in brotherhood. Too often do we find our education system has perpetuated lies, man. So what I'd like for y'all to do, man, if you want more history, archaeology, including how the North American Indians got to America, destroying the Bering Strait. You understand? Make sure that y'all go cop this book, A Tribe Called Gad, and We Came from the East. So it's a double feature. We're going to go ahead, put the link in the chat, man. Definitely check it out. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to. So the link is in the chat right here. You can get that on jointribevibes.com. Or you could just go to tribevibes.com and hit the store. Shout out to RT. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all our moderators. Let me see what y'all talking about, man. Just found out my great grandmother was a Cherokee. Yeah, man. So the actual Cherokee, not like the $5 Indians. The actual Cherokee are the tribe of Reuben. So like, you know, Cherokee, Choctaw, Muskegee. You know what I'm saying? All of them are actually the tribe of Reuben. So definitely tune in and tap in. Some of the books also, you know, cross over into other tribes, you know what I'm saying? But just basically to show that all of these different things we've experienced together. You know what I'm saying? There's no form of the curses or oppression that only one tribe experienced. You understand? Like what a lot of people don't know, you understand, which it's in this book as well, is the North American Indians were put on slave ships and they were taken to the Caribbean and they were taken to plantations throughout the islands in the Caribbean. There was literally a sunken Mayan slave ship, for, you know what I'm saying? Meaning the Spanish enslaved the Mayans and it sunk, you know what I'm saying? And they found out how much that they were selling Mayan slaves for. So when they turn around and say, oh, where the transatlantic slave trade only applied to, like, you know, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, no, it started in the Americas. You know what I'm saying? It started. I'm getting a little bit of feedback from y'all. Just a little bit. I'm gonna mute y'all just for 1 second. I'm gonna bring y'all right back on. And if y'all got anything to chime in on, you know what I'm saying, at headquarters, just let me know. And so the transatlantic slave trade started, you understand, with Columbus, you know what I'm saying, opening up European penetration to the Americas. And then from there, it continued on, not only with the Arawak, not only with the Taino, but then also with the Aztecs and with the Mayans, and then moving into North America, you understand, with the tribe of Gad. All of us lost our identity. All of us have been disassociated from our heritage, from our culture. All of us have been oppressed together in this captivity in modern day Babylon, and we got to know that. And information like this, you understand, make sure that y'all tap in. And shout out to my main man Itazab, man. You know what I'm saying, for doing the cover art. You know what I'm saying, getting all that together for me, man, revamping it. So definitely appreciate that, brother. HQ, y'all were gonna say something?
Wow, sir, we just here listening to you break it all down.
Oh man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely tap in with them brothers at headquarters too. You know what I'm saying? I Shayala debating everybody on the internet. Hazahab with the Hebrew. My man Yatazar there. You understand? Yatazar know a little something about Haiti, man. You know what I'm saying? Remember that. I can't read who that is. That's Officer who that just joined?
I was
Officer I was from Baltimore.
Hey, Shalom, Shabrik, what's going on?
Hey, so if I could, if you can, while we're doing breakdowns, or you want to?
Yeah, no, for sure. You know what I'm saying? So and Ben Israel, There is an e-copy of this book on Amazon. It'll be just this book on Amazon. You know what I'm saying? But if you want a physical copy for the double feature, because this has 2 of my books that was written in it, cop this one. You know what I'm saying? Save you some money, man. But what's your question, brother?
So this is Luke chapter 16 verse 19. It's about the rich man and the beggar Lazarus.
Okay.
All right, so
Let me get there with you, and
okay.
we could definitely go through this one right here. Let me see. Usually I have my blue letter pulled up, but hold up. Luke 16. Go ahead.
Yeah, so all right, let me see. Because I copied it, so well, let me go to my Bible because I copied it, so I can't really see the verse numbers, but it's when. All right, so it's when it said when he died. Say when died, they repent. Slide. So let me get the scripture out of the Bible. Slide.
Come on, man. You sounded ready. What happened?
I was like, it's when he died. It's when it says that they died. So that's the part that I'm having trouble with trying to understand. All right, so because I already know that there's no heaven, there's no hell, but then it speaks about how he died and he was in hell and asking, you know what I mean, to speak to his brothers.
Okay, which verse? Which ones you talking about?
All right, so like this verse. Let me see, 16. Let's see, all right, so it's verse, not 13. Slide too, sir.
No sweat.
Pray 40. Okay, verse 23. Verse 22 would be better to start from.
Well, let me make sure that you understand everything that's going on. So start at 19.
What kind? You want me to read it?
Yeah.
This is Luke chapter 16, verse 19. There was a certain rich man, which was clothed in purple and fine linen.
You understand? So now this right here, ain't it funny that, like, you understand, like, evil bastards and villains wear purple?
You
know what I'm saying? Like that. This rich man, so he fared sumptuously every day. He's living deliciously. He lives great. You know what I'm saying? And this is somebody who's supposed to have power in Israel. Go ahead.
And fared sumptuously every day. Verse 20. And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate, full of sores.
All right. So first thing that I need you to know is that none of this is literal. You know what I'm saying? Everything represents something. So the rich man represents like the leadership or aristocracy in Israel, people who are supposed to be taking care of the poor or leading the congregation. You know what I'm saying? They're supposed to be the Most High stewards. You know what I'm saying? Now you have a beggar. So now you have the poor of the land, people who are supposed to be taken care of, you understand, by those with power. And he's full of sores. I'm going to give you a precept for this, right? So this is Isaiah, and I'm going to start at verse 5. And it says, you know what? Verse 4. It says, a sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord, and they have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward. Why should ye be stricken any more? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart faint. From the sole of the foot onto the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and putrefying sores. They have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment. You understand? And this is basically talking about the condition of Israel. I'll read one more verse. It says, your country is desolate. Your cities are burned with fire. Your land, strangers devour it in your presence. And it is desolate as overthrown by strangers. So when it talks about Lazarus, or it's talking about the people being full with sores, that's the condition that Israel's in. And there's people who can help the condition. But let's see what they actually do. Read 21.
And desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores.
So now think about this, right? If a dog licks the wounds, right, it might give you some relief or something like that, right? But is it going to heal you?
Blah.
Nah, man. And these dogs are the other nations. You understand? These crumbs and things that we get are not things that help us, like, you know, WIC, public housing. You know what I'm saying? Like these things that they come and just, you know, when it says they slightly heal the hurt of my daughter, saying peace, peace, when there is no peace. It's all a facade. None of that is real. You understand? And these rich men have so much. You understand? But they barely give us any crumbs. And when they do, they act like they're doing you a favor. You understand? Now we getting into the death. Read next verse.
So verse 22. And it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom. The rich man,
so couple of things, right? So we're talking about life and death, right? But now we just seen that this is talking about scribes, Pharisees, fake leaders, right? Lazarus is a man coming from a condition, a negative condition, a hell-like condition, right? So what condition were like you're an officer, right? I'm an officer in the school. The brothers at headquarters are officers in the school. You know what I'm saying? What were we, you understand, before this? We were in the world. How did you become, how do I say your name again, brother? I'm sorry. Ilaza. How did you become Officer Ilaza? Was that your name always? No. So what happened to whoever the hell you were before?
He died.
Oh, he died. So what type of death do you think this is?
Spiritual death. You
understand? So now let's this is Romans, the 6th chapter, right? So now this is I'm gonna start at verse 5, Romans 6:5. It says, for if we have been planted together in the likeness of his death, talking Christ, we shall also be in the likeness of his resurrection. So whoever the hell you were died, right? And because of Christ, an officer, you understand, has resurrected, knowing this, that our old man is crucified with him, that the body of sin might be destroyed, that henceforth we should not serve sin. We're leaving the sores, the putridness, you understand, not being sound. We're being freed from sin. Verse 7, for he that is dead is freed from sin, because the wages of sin is what?
Death.
So we got put to death, and as a result, we got freed from the penalty of it, and now we resurrected. So now what you're seeing here is that Lazarus is being raised from the dead. You understand? And carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom. What's somebody's bosom?
I guess their protection.
Well, your bosom, actual bosom, is your chest.
Oh, kind of, right?
So that's the literal bosom is the chest. You ever hear like a term like we're gonna play this one a little close to the chest?
Okay.
Keep this close to your chest, right?
Okay.
What if something's in your chest? What is it to you?
It's your heart. It's your something close to you, something dear to you.
Something close, something dear to you. You understand? Well, Abraham. What is so important about Abraham? What is Abraham the most famous for?
About to sacrifice his son.
True, but what else? Like think in terms of why the scribes and the Pharisees held Abraham in such regard.
He's one of the forefathers.
Forefathers of what?
Of Israel.
He's one of the forefathers of Israel, and most importantly, the covenant.
Do
you understand? So So being carried away into Abraham's bosom, you understand, this is a reference to the covenant, because how did we get born again?
Putting away our sins, putting away our old life.
Because we broke the covenant. So now you know what we have to return to? The covenant. We in order to receive the promise, in order for everything to be restored, the old you has to die so you could be born again.
Okay.
You understand? So when you think Abraham, you got to think progenitor. They call him Father Abraham. You know what I'm saying? Like, Abraham is extremely, extremely, extremely important. You understand? So, like, for example, this is Matthew 8:11, and it says, "And I say unto you that many shall come from the east and the west, and shall sit down with Abraham and Isaac and Jacob in the kingdom of heaven." You understand? Why are they sitting down with him in the kingdom of heaven? For the same reason we're carried away to Abraham's bosom. There's no covenant without them. You with me?
Nah, I'm with you, sir. Salak. I'm with you. No, I'm just taking it in. That's heavy. That's real. Like, it's opening up a lot for me right now.
Most High in Christ. All right, read on.
Okay, Salak. The rich man also died and was buried. Verse 23.
Yeah.
And in hell he lift up his eyes, being in torments, and seeth Abraham afar off, and Lazarus in his bosom.
So now, here's the difference, right? You understand? So this is Proverbs 21:16, when it says, "The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead." You know, you could be alive and be dead. You understand? So the rich man, did he wander out the way of understanding? What understanding should he have had?
Had mercy on his brother.
Man, he should like it's the rich's job to take care of the poor. He wandered away from the understanding, and you know where he wandered to? The congregation of the dead. That's where he's at. And then now that he's left, you understand, this place that is supposed to be so great, now it's a changing of the guard. You understand? So now the rich man isn't in the position that he's in. You understand? But we see Lazarus is going to be in a better estate. You with me?
Come on.
Read on.
Come on. Verse 24. And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus, that he may dip the tip of his finger in water, and cool my tongue, for I am tormented in this flame.
Man, he's tormented in this flame, man, because you ever read the scripture when it says that the Lord's anger shall burn down to the lowest hell?
Come on.
You understand? Because the Lord's wrath is like a fire. You understand? That's hellfire. Hellfire is the Most High's wrath, which is what this rich man is experiencing right now. This is, you understand, the fall of the rich of Israel. This is like, okay, just think about Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, where was Diddy 2 years ago?
Yeah, at a freak off somewhere.
He was at a freak off, living his best life, right?
Yeah, okay.
Now where's he at? That boy is in jail right now, in prison, in Fed time, eating ramen noodles.
Right, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in torment. He crying to anybody to help him. Trump, somebody, give me a pardon. You know what I'm saying? I'm tormented right now.
Yeah, okay.
Understand? And then you know where the brothers in the UPK are living good.
Yeah,
I made lasagna soup tonight, man. It was delicious.
Yeah, okay.
You get what I'm saying? Like, we eating good over here, but what you see is the changing of the guard. Now he's in a low estate, and guess what he wants? He wants the mercy from Lazarus that he didn't give Lazarus. Read on.
God, sir. Verse 25. But Abraham said, Son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things, and likewise Lazarus evil things. But now he is comforted, and thou art tormented.
That's the changing of the guard, because all these Christian pastors, right? That are multi-millionaires, billionaires, whatever. You know what I'm saying? What position are they going to be in Christ's kingdom?
They're gonna be the least.
The least. The first shall be last, and the last shall be first. Is it not?
Okay.
This is the changing of the guard. He who keeps the laws and teaches men, so shall be called great in the kingdom. You understand? And he who teaches men the opposite of that, paraphrasing, Matthew 5:17 through 19, you understand, shall be the least in the kingdom. You're watching that right here. You're watching the great in the kingdom and the least in the kingdom, the changing of the guard. This is judgment, and judgment is punishment or reward for how you serve the Most High.
Okay. Verse 26. And beside all this, between us and you, there is a great gulf fixed, so that they which would pass from hence to you cannot, neither can they pass to us that would come from thence.
I want you to think about this, right? I want you to think about what's in your bank account right now. And then I want you to think about the fact that Elon Musk is about to become the first trillionaire. I want you to think that he's got over $600 billion right now working towards $1 trillion deal. What is the difference between yours and his bank account? Or even if we take it off of TD Jakes, right? Think about how far away you are from owning a private jet tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like you think you're gonna get a G5 tomorrow? That's a pretty big gulf, ain't it?
Okay.
Now make that spiritual. And that's the separation. You understand that they're about experience.
Okay. Man, that's tough, sir.
Man, like the whole Bible.
Okay. I think that just did it for me. I think I feel like, now I can spiritually understand the rest of it. That's the lens that I was looking at it as, like it was literal, like just they did, you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, you just straightened me out, so I appreciate that.
Most High in Christ. Somebody said Salakia? No? All right. Oh, my man finally came on screen, Officer Yatazar, man.
Hey, Shalom, Adawan.
Looking like royalty. You should break down. What's up, priest?
Everything solid, sir. What's going on, Adawan?
Man, you holding it down, man. Holding it down.
That's all right.
You got another question?
So I'm twice. So I appreciate it. I'm gonna just keep tuned in. I'm gonna come off.
Okay, no sweat, man. You know what I'm saying? If you got any questions, just let us know.
Okay, I appreciate you, sir. Y'all should be.
You should break down anytime. Yeah, man. Yeah, a lot of people get jammed up with that. That's like the Christians go to try to prove hell. You know what I'm saying? Because they just don't understand the scriptures, man.
No sign Christ.
All right. And then to Ben Israel's name, Cat, please explain Genesis 3:20, Eve, the mother of all living, if they weren't the only two people on earth. It's the same thing, like it's spiritual. Adam and Eve were not the first people on earth. They were the first people that were born again. So with Eve being the mother of all living, you understand, life came from her and everybody descends from them. But it's about the fact that their family had the truth. And that's what they passed down, you understand, to their children. This is why Noah knew to separate clean from unclean animals. This is why before you understand the Torah, before you understand Moses passes down the law, it's why Joseph knew what adultery was. It's why Onan was slew, you understand, for not doing like a law of the kinsman. You know what I'm saying? So when you go and you actually look inside these scriptures, you're going to realize that that's a spiritual meaning. You understand? She's the mother of all living because they were not a part of the congregation of the dead. Hope that makes it simple for you. All right. What's up? You got something to add, Yatazar?
Real quick, sure. On that note, like this is a term that our people, we use it all the time. People will say that I don't know, Malcolm X. He's the father of this. Michael Jordan or what's his name? Like for Haiti, as an example, Dessalines, he's called the father of Haiti. He's the father of Haiti. Why? Because he's the one that led Haiti to independence. So this is not something that is foreign to us as a people. We do it all the time. There's a great aunt in your family. She is the mother of some type of recipe that only grandma have it. But when it comes to the Bible, we're not practical because of the mysticism that has been placed on the Bible. This is extremely practical.
Man, universal and practical knowledge. That's what it is.
Damn
You
right.
know what I'm saying? And that's what's always interesting to me is if you literally just apply like the basic principles that we learn here, even if you like doing like a slavery in the world, you'll dominate. You understand? Like you will rise through the ranks anywhere that you go. You understand? From all the different, fundamentals that we get taught here. And then once again, if y'all haven't tuned in or if you just tuning in now, make sure y'all pick up a copy of the new double feature, A Tribe Called Gad and We Came From the East. Link is in the chat, or go to tribevibes.com and go to the store. You know what I'm saying? Scoop you up one while supplies last.
Can you sign me a copy, Baba Kashan? So
sign you one. Yeah, I got you, man.
The water, in Creole.
Boy. In Creole? I'm gonna sign it in Hebrew.
Cut out of what good.
You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So what was the other topic? Or where were we? Oh, yeah, title. Only slaves and masters celebrate Thanksgiving. Which one of you?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to do better as a people, man. You know what I'm saying? Like especially like we got to turn around and we have to scrutinize everything that we learned from America, everything that we learned from this place. Like there's no reason why we should be, you understand? It's like just imagine, just imagine if there was a feast, you understand, to anybody who's American celebrating 9/11, and y'all got together and make some gingerbread twin towers. You know what I'm saying? Some gummy planes and, you know what I'm saying? And celebrate, you understand, the slaughter of everybody who passed on 9/11. It'd be ridiculous. You know what I mean? But that's what you're doing with Thanksgiving. And for some yams, some mac and cheese, you understand, y'all are going to turn around and y'all are going to piss on your brothers and sisters' graves. It's disgusting, man. As long as you have hate in your heart, how you gonna change? So me team sounds selfish, but me team. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to turn around and tell me something real quick. Tell me when the Bible says that there's a time to love and a time to hate. When's the time to hate?
Right.
Just let me know. Somebody said leave. Leave and go where? This is our land.
Right.
I'm talking about you leave. All of y'all who came through Ellis Island, y'all leave. Get out of here, man. So let me see. The other story is what took place and transpired in DC. I believe I had an article pulled up. Right, here we go. November 26, 2025, National Guard members shot in DC. 2 West Virginia National Guard members were shot near the White House and are in critical condition. Officials said Wednesday. Let me see what else we got going on. Here we go. Trump vows immigration crackdown after shooting of National Guard member. Now, let me just ask y'all something, right? Before I give y'all the answer, this is what I want to know. You understand? Me team, we are at war. We are at war right now. We've been at war. We've been behind enemy lines. Garrett Crawford. No, the heathens Passover is Halloween. That is, well, okay. Maybe that's the LGBTQ's community Passover. You might be right with that one.
Right. All the same.
But let me ask y'all something. What do you think the translation of crackdown on hold up, crackdown on immigration means? Anybody want to give it a shot?
Needs a crackdown on Latinos.
That's exactly what it means. It means a crackdown on Black and Hispanics. Like this cat. What's interesting too is the cat who did this was a Afghanistani national. Like you remember like when there was like a coup in Afghanistan and the Taliban overthrew the government, and then they brought all the Afghanistanians over here. Like where was the outrage?
I'm talking about you.
You know what I'm saying? Like where was the outrage when the immigrants were Afghanistanis? Anybody want to tell me? Somebody said Eve could talk to animals, and they got a weed plant as their symbol. I completely understand why you believe that, Dr. Doolittle. Where was I real quick? Yeah, that's a crazy comment right there. You understand? It means a crackdown on blacks and Latinos. That's what it means. Like they're not worried, man, about anybody else. They're worried about us. That's why they said that it was they're going to allow you to discriminate against Spanish-speaking people. So if they hear you speaking Spanish, that's enough probable cause for them to turn around, you understand, and be able to hold you. So now let me see. So now this is 2 National Guard members were shot in broad daylight on Wednesday, allegedly by an Afghan national. You know what? Let me share the screen real quick so that y'all can see what I'm reading. Share screen. This one. Yup. Y'all can see that on the screen? No. How about now? There it is. So now it says allegedly by an Afghan national who once assisted U.S. forces in what officials described as targeted attack just blocks from the White House. This is not only going to be an excuse, do you understand, to just increase oppression, but you know what's going to happen? This is going to validate the National Guard and militarization of the police. That's what this is going to do. This is, you see, I was right to call in the National Guards. Bring in the tanks. It says Sarah Beckstrom, 20, died of her wounds. President Donald Trump announced Thursday. Andrew Wolf, 24, is in critical condition, authorities said, and is fighting for his life, according to Trump. They were shot in the head, according to U.S. official and senior official directed briefly on the investigation. The subject was also shot, taken to hospital, and has been identified as Ramula Lakhanwal. For senior law enforcement sources briefed on the investigation said the gunman, armed with a revolver, opened fire without provocation. Yo, if he went into a battle like that with a revolver, he was not planning on coming back, bro. Like, you telling me like 6 shots? Crazy. One guardsman is struck, goes down, and then the shooter leans over and strikes the guardsman again, Pirro said. Another guardsman is struck several times. The shooting happened 2:15 Wednesday near Farragut Square metro station in the area of 17th and I Northwest, just a few minutes walk from the White House. At the time, National Guard members were on high visibility patrols, said Jeff Carroll, executive chief officer of the Metropolitan Police Department. The 2 National Guard members were ambushed by a person who came around the corner, raised his arm with a firearm, and discharged at the National Guard members, Carroll said at the news. The suspect was shot during the interaction, Carroll said, though it's not clear who shot him, and was taken to the hospital for treatment. Interesting. What we know about you want to say something?
I start taking out.
No, Salaki, sir.
Oh, okay, no sweat. I thought you said Salakia. And it says Lanawal, the man law enforcement sources identify as the suspect is 29. The 4 senior law enforcement sources told NBC News. He has initially been identified as an Afghan national who used a handgun, according to 2 senior U.S. law enforcement officers. A CIA spokesperson said that the alleged shooter previously worked with the United States government, including CIA. So now, is this an ex-CIA member? So the CIA is saying he's one of theirs, and this is who's harming your law enforcement. As a member of the partner force in Kandahar that ended in 2021 following withdrawal from Afghanistan. So the CIA went over there and trained cats like this, right? Y'all let him back into the country, and then he goes and attacks your people. Insane. Absolutely insane. If y'all can drop the link for the book again in the chat. You know what I'm saying? So, there's different chats running right now. I'll drop it in there as well. Hold on. Let me see something. I wonder if I'm able to copy and paste from this chat. Let me see something. No, not that. I need the actual link for the book. Let me see. Where the hell is it at? Could have sworn I seen it in here, man. Mods, I need y'all to drop it. Where's it at? The book's running for $24.99. It is a double feature. I think y'all are gonna enjoy it. Here we go. All right, let me see. Can I copy this? No? Damn. You can't copy and paste from the chat? That's crazy. All right, I'll send the link in a minute. Hey, Me Team 01, join the stream if you got a question. I'm not taking any more questions from the chat. Y'all got any questions, y'all come on the live stream. Isaiah, you wanted to add anything?
Well, quick, sir, if I may.
Oh, go ahead.
At the same time that this is happening, I don't want, they're not cracking down on the Afghanistan's over here in America. Trump just ended the TPS for Haitians who have been, not only did Biden allowed TPS for the past 2 years, right before Donald Trump came into power, but we have Haitians who've been in America since 2010. They've been on TPS. TPS stands for temporary protected status. After that big earthquake, I know a lot of people remember that earthquake in 2010. A lot of Haitians, they were allowed temporary protected status because Haiti was in so much chaos after this earthquake. Now, these people, they have established themselves in America. They have children in America. They've been here for 15 years. So he's ending the TPS now. At the same time that he's ending the TPS to send Haitians to Haiti, he's also urging Americans to leave Haiti because of the instability. So Americans have to leave Haiti because of the instability. And those Haitians who are here in America, they have to go back to Haiti, even though America is the root and the cause of the instability that exists on the island of Haiti. Meanwhile, they are at war with China. They are at war with the Arabs world. But these people, these other nations, they don't crack down on them. They are here in America prospering. And the people, the Haitians, the Jamaicans, the Mexicans, who we don't even have the ability to go to war with our weapons on our enemies on a carnal level, they are the one that's being cracked down on. It's the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Man, if that ain't the truth, you know what I'm saying? And once again, y'all brought the Afghanistanians over here. Y'all did. You brought them. So I'm gonna pull a precept for y'all real quick, right? This is Revelations chapter 6, and it says, "And I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard as if it were the noise of thunder, one of the four beasts saying, "Come and see." And I saw, behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer. So now what you're going to see is that each one of these horses, each one of these is a different spirit that's riding through the earth. That's the spirit of Christ that you see right there. You understand? That's the spirit that the men in the ISUPK have. And it says, and when he opened the second seal, I heard a second beast say, "Come and see." And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. You want to know why there's no peace right now? It's because that spirit is riding in the earth right now, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. And that great sword right there, you understand, is going to spread until it turns into thermonuclear war, until it's World War III.
Right.
You understand? World War III is on the horizon. Like we're really in the beginning of it. You understand? It's just getting to a simmer. That's it. You know what I'm saying? It's just heating up. Got to get the water to boil first before you throw everything in. And that's what's happening. It's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? That's yeah, and that's the thing about Me Team 01. I think that's the thing that disgusts me the most about Christians is Christians speak with so much audacity and authority, but they can't actually prove the things that they say.
Right.
And if you were to just listen to a Christian, right, like and then just accept what they say, you would be deceived. You know what I'm saying? Like what I want y'all to do is we got a new segment on Cross the Line called Cross the Table where we're doing this, you know what I'm saying, in public. And there was a Christian, a Hamite, you know what I'm saying, who came to the table, and I wish that the camera didn't overheat at the end because he yielded in the video, but he admits that we're right. And I turn around and say to him, you know, if I didn't know better, you would have just deceived me because you were talking with so much authority that it would have been like I had to just believe you. And then now you're finding out that you were wrong. You were not as educated as you thought, but you came over here speaking as if it was an absolute truth. Right. That's what Christians do. Christians are indoctrinated. They were told something and they just believe it. And the thing is, the majority of people in America are Christian. Right. Like even if you don't go to the church, even if you just claim spiritual, your concept of God overlaps with Christianity. Like the way that y'all think God is all love and he's merciful and lets us do what we want to do and he loves everybody. That is not the God, the creator, you understand, the most high of this world. It's just not. You understand? Like it's like y'all turn your brain off when it comes down to the Bible. Like you're talking about the same God that drowned everybody except 8 people. It's insane. You know what I'm saying? It's absolutely insane. So I don't necessarily understand it outside of that. Yo, Me Team, I told you, you want your questions answered, you got to come on the stream. I'm not taking no more questions from the chat. You know what I'm saying? So y'all could join in, no problem. You know what I'm saying? Anybody could get the issue. Anybody could get body bagged. You know what I'm saying? And once again, like you fake Israelites out there, you understand? Like John's baptism is not gonna wash. You understand that stain off you, man. Like that's why y'all love John so much, man. Y'all love John because you are John. Yeah, y'all love John for the same reason I know that you didn't follow Christ. Y'all are John's disciple. Y'all not Christ's disciple. Y'all want to be in the body of John. Y'all don't want to be in the body of Christ. Real talk. Let me see. Genesis is never getting a debate. And what I want y'all to do is check out a clip that says Deacon Haka exposed by Captain Kataza. If y'all want to see the exchange that we had.
That was a great clip.
Oh, was it?
That was a great clip.
Y'all seen it?
I saw. Obviously, y'all just already seen it yet. You gotta.
I ain't see it yet.
Yeah, you gotta watch that.
Oh man, yo, that joint was absolutely hilarious to me. You know what I'm saying? So the only reason why I even put it up in the first place was because he's like, I'm putting this on YouTube. I don't even know if he put it up, but he lied about the exchange.
You know what happens when he puts things on YouTube?
Yeah, like he puts things on the internet and lies. So just to clear that up, he was talking about, like, I was talking about Genesis, and when he came in the room, I got quiet. No, he came in the room during somebody's conversation, and then as soon as the floor opened up to him, first question I asked him was, so are you going to give everybody a refund for Sakari University?
Right.
Yo, Yatazar, you know what this bastard said?
What he said out of one?
Yatazar, he said, I don't have to. He said, because I believe that, and it was an apologetics course. So because of that, I don't have to give a refund because that's what I believed. And now I got to tell him, well, this is why you shouldn't be debated. Because in 3 months, however much time you need, you understand, for you to change your doctrine again, we debate. You believe this today. Now what? 3 months, the debate don't count because you believe something else? Y'all are unstable. Y'all are absolutely unstable. And then you do something so disgusting as to team up with who? With God Logic and Vocab Malone? Y'all are absolutely disgusting, man. I'm gonna see about putting up the rest of the conversation too, because there was a couple of brothers and sisters I was talking to, and this is something that was so interesting. Hey, Truth, if I'm lying, go play the clip. It's all y'all got to do. Just play the clip. So, what you say?
I said we waiting for somebody to click the link. They got all this smoke in the comments.
If I may, sir, real quick, I may, one, you know, I ain't see the clip you're talking about yet. Oh, Shai is gonna send it to me, but I knew the brother. You know, he fight like a little girl, right? And the reason that I knew that is because he clipped Captain Tazoyak, right? He clipped Captain Tazoyak, and Captain Tazoyak was going off on a brother rightfully. But the way that he clipped it out of one, he's not even fighting fair. He's fighting like a little girl out of one. When you go and you watch the entire video, which Captain Tazoyak ended up posting, you can see how Captain was extremely patient. He was being extremely patient with the brother, but the brother was being disrespectful the whole time. At some point, Cap turned up on him. And this is the clip that he used to, you know, tell his people that, look how, you know, this captain can't control himself. Look how undisciplined this captain is. And that, to me, you know, in the ISUPK, no brother in the ISUPK will fight like this. That's a brother that have a effeminate spirit. You fight like a little bitch. Excuse my language, like it. And it's exactly the comment that I put. And you don't have to be deceitful. You know, and when I saw that, it's like I can understand. I don't know, you know, the back and forth. Like I can understand. This is not a brother we even, you know, will even deal with, because you can't even fight like a man. You're fighting like a little girl, and everybody can see it once they go and watch the whole clip. Now, what are you gonna, if I may? So now, what are you gonna say when people see the whole clip when you was trying to, you know, denigrate Cap by using just 10 seconds. Now, when people see the whole clip, what are you going to say?
You know what's funny?
Guess what? He's going to say, well, you know, just like he answered you, he don't have to give a refund. Guess what? He don't have to give an answer by being deceitful. He don't have to.
Yeah, and that's what was so interesting. And he ran. You know what I'm saying? Like, which is so crazy because, you know what I'm saying, Israelites all the time turn around and be like, I can't join on video. You don't have to come on video, man. You could use the audio from the stream.
Not.
You know what I'm saying? But the funniest, get on your phone and click the link. You know what I'm saying? So like the funniest part too, Captain Zarek said Gentiles. That's fucking so funny. but what happens is the way that even that the conversation, you know what I'm saying, got built up was there was a young sister, young in the truth as well, you know what I'm saying, cool sister. She asked me a question where she said she's like, you know, And what's crazy is after she asked the question, everybody unmuted and was like, yeah, 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 yeah. Which was why is ISUPK so critical of other camps? So I asked the question and I said, well, was Genesis in the truth 2 weeks ago or now after they changed their doctrine? So I canvassed the room, and in canvassing the room, the majority of the people were saying they were never in the truth. And I said, well, we agree. Another brother, you know what I'm saying, came off mute and was like, we're not affiliated and they were never in the truth. What they do is disgusting. I said, we agree. So once like about 4 or 5 people answered, I said, now all of you should understand. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, because of when y'all entered into the knowledge of being an Israelite, right? You can see somebody going off from when you entered in. So if you were here before this fake camp was started, and then now you can see the change, it now allows you to say they left the truth. Because you know what the original foundation of the truth is that you learned. Well, it just so happens that the UPK been here since 1969. So as a result, the way you're able to see these vagabonds, we can see the others. I'm like, do you hear how critical every single one of you were? Every single one of you have said things that the UPK has been saying, which all of you are saying we're so hypercritical about. Like y'all were saying things. Truth, I'm adding you in now, and a matter of fact, I'm gonna just bring both y'all on. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna deal with Truth first. So I'm like, y'all don't see how hypercritical y'all just were. Several of you just said they weren't in the truth. Another person said they were not affiliated. Ain't that what the UPK been saying? So what are you mad at us for? Go ahead though, Truth. You got a question?
Yeah, man, I'm new to the truth, so I'm trying to figure out about the Gentile salvation, and I don't know if y'all can teach it or debate it, but I need to know because I'm confused.
What are you confused about?
I'm confused if those are actual Gentiles that he's pulling out. I'm really confused about this stuff. I don't care if y'all arguing and going back and forth. I just want to know the truth. Are those actual Gentiles or not?
You want to know the truth, brother? You got to come to
Yes, sir, I do.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so you should get in class. You know what I'm saying? Or you could ask a specific question.
So are those Gentiles in Romans 11? Are those actual Gentiles or Israelites? And how do we? Okay.
In Romans 11, you understand? Those are Israelites.
Okay.
You got your sword.
Like a class that I can get like a link to look at that. Like, I can.
So actually, General Mahaiman just broke down Romans 11 on a brother's platform. You know what I'm saying? If you want to actually watch the class, the entire class is literally.
I'll definitely watch it.
Yeah, it's literally on Romans 11, right? But now this is something that I just want you to see real quick, right? And Aisha, do me a favor, go to the Sons of Thunder YouTube page, right? Go to the Sons of Thunder YouTube page and get the class General Mahaiman just taught and put it in the chat for this brother so he'll be able to watch it. And I want you to go into it thinking about this, brother. In Romans 11, right? The first verse is letting you know the context of the chapter. And it says, I say then, hath God cast away his people? God forbid. For I also am an Israelite, of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. The chapter starts off talking about people we think are casted away. Then all the way through, what jams people up is the olive tree. Do you know what the conclusion of the olive tree is, brother?
No, sir, I don't.
Verse 26, when it says, and so all Israel shall be saved, as it is written, there shall come out of Zion the deliverer, and shall turn ungodliness away from Jacob. So before the olive tree and after the olive tree, it's talking about Israel being saved. And
so
all
would you say that?
Sorry,
go ahead.
No, go ahead. What's your question?
So would you say that olive tree represents the nation of Israel, and that they got to come back? like to repent.
Yes,
That they're
because
broken off branches.
yes, because the branches that stayed, that weren't broken off, is the tribes of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi at large who were in Jerusalem. They're the ones who stayed in Jerusalem. Then you have the wild ones who went off to be wild, right? The wild ones are the dispersed of Israel.
Like
They're
the
the
Protestant
ones.
son.
What's up?
Like the son that went away and came back to his father.
Right. Just like the prodigal son. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you have a son who stays, the southern kingdom. And then you have a son who goes, the northern kingdom, Samaria. And then he comes back. And now what happens? You understand? They're accepted into the fold. And we can't boast against each other. We can't be high-minded about this. We have to just come back together. Now, that's a short breakdown. You know what I'm saying?
I needed that, though. I needed that. And one more thing. What about what it say, foolish nation? Just that part, and I'm good. I'll go watch the.
Which verse directly? You got it in front of you?
No, it's like they be going to Deuteronomy 30 or something like that. Talk about I will provoke you to jealousy, to a foolish nation or something like that.
You know what's so interesting about that chapter that they ignore, and just so you know, that's not a precept for this. The jealousy, the precept for the jealousy is the prodigal son. You know what I'm saying? What you're reading about in Deuteronomy, like this is what's so interesting about that, right? Is that's Deuteronomy? What chapter is that, brother? Do you know offhand?
I really don't know it.
Let
I
me
think it's
see.
like 32. I don't know it. I'm new. I don't know it.
I can't remember. They that are not okay. So this is what's so interesting to me is that I'm gonna just paraphrase it for now, right? But it says that you have moved me to jealousy with they that are not a god, right? Like, is Buddha a god? No, Buddha's a statue.
No.
It's not really a god. You know what I'm saying? But when we worship it, we move the Lord to jealousy. Well, guess what? You know what else the Lord says? I will move thee to jealousy with they that are not a people. Why are you trying to count not a people who's counted? The Lord just said they're nothing to him.
That's a fact.
Don't make no sense. You know
And
what
the
I'm saying?
reason why I came here confused because I actually paid $100 for their breakdowns at Genesis. I actually paid that, trying to learn.
Yeah, well, listen.
I don't want my money back, but you know.
Well, if
it's just kinda,
you did want the money back, he said he don't have to give nobody their money back. That's on record. The tape is out right now. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So what I would do, man, is I would check that class out. Unless you got specific questions, I don't mind answering.
No, that was everything. I'm still gonna look at the class, but I just still need to, what you gave me. I can go in with that mindset because that makes perfect sense to me. Because why would God be inconsistent about His people?
100%. And remember, Paul said he's trying to emulate them, which are his flesh. In the beginning of that chapter, what do we find out about Paul's flesh?
That he was an Israelite.
So if he's trying to get people that are his flesh to follow the way he lives, who's he talking to?
His people.
Shalom.
Shalom, brother. Appreciate you.
No sweat. Jose Francis, you got a question or a comment?
Nah, I was just up. I saw the stream, so I say tap in and see what you guys talking about tonight. I just jumped in on the stream.
Oh, okay, no sweat. So, well, the live stream, if you want to watch it, it's not a problem. But anybody who actually joins the link, it's to have a dialogue. And there was somebody else who joined, but they dropped off. Y'all could call back in. So this is for live questions and comments.
Okay, no problem, no problem.
All right. You know what I'm saying? But you see how simple things could just get cleared up? He said, I can't get my money back. Yeah, you listen, you probably can't. You know what I'm saying? And once again, that's the problem when people are unstable in their doctrine, man. And when y'all follow bastard children. Isaiah, were you able to find that class?
Yeah, I put it in the chat.
All right. And to that young brother that called up, said he knew to the truth. The link is in the chats right now, man. So click that link and watch that class. It was an excellent class. Shout out to brother Thabawan. Subscribe to that channel. That's his new YouTube channel. It was pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? Scroll up in the chat, Truth. Unless you know what, do me a favor, post the link one more time.
And that's still in the regular the Hollywood Israelites YouTube channel.
Is it?
Sir.
Are you sure? Because I thought it was on the Sons of Thunder channel.
I think that's their Instagram.
Nah, I watched it live on that channel. I'm telling you.
Maybe he marked the stream.
Maybe he streamed on both. Could be. And then also, if anybody wants to see that exchange that I was talking about, just go watch it. Let's see who's telling the truth or not.
Real quick, out of one.
I
got a precept I wanted to read, sir.
Yeah,
this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 1, verse 30. Exalt not thyself, lest thou fall, and bring dishonor upon thy soul, and so God discover thy secrets, and cast thee down in the midst of the congregation, because thou camest not in truth to the fear of the Lord, but thy heart is full of deceit. How many times their secrets have been revealed? How many times? This could have never happened in the ISUPK. In the ISUPK, you cannot have these many secrets being revealed and still remain in any position of power in the ISUPK. And you know why they are allowed to still teach? Is because our people are not in the truth that listen to them. Because your doctrine just changed. So what's the point of paying $100 for a breakdown in 2023 when the doctrine is going to be changed in 2025? What's the point of paying for a breakdown in 2025 when in 2027 your doctrine is going to change again? Their secrets have been revealed many times. I don't want. I remember, with the strip clubs. I remember so many of them. And this last one, you did not have the discernment to know that your high chief, your high priest, was getting it up the behind. You did not have that discernment for years, but you have the discernment to know that what the ISUPK been teaching is wrong. Man, get out of here.
Man, what you said is so true, Hebrew. You know what I mean? And once again, it's like all the precepts that, you know what I'm saying, never come out. You know what I'm saying? When it applies to a so-called other Israelite, like a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. You know what I'm saying? They shall have itching ears, strong delusions. You know what I mean? Like one of my favorites while I'm in Romans over here, which this is what I think is a very important lesson for all of you. This is Romans, the 16th chapter and the 17th verse. And it says, now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses, contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them. For they that are such serve not our Lord Jesus Christ, but their own belly, and by good words and fair speeches deceive the hearts of the simple. If you listen to them, your heart is simple. You're simple.
Right.
You understand? You've been deceived because you're simple. By men who just want to fill their own belly. By men who said, if I wanted to make money, I would teach Gentiles salvation. That's all that it is. It's about getting money. Well, make yourselves friends with the mammon. That's what you should do. Let me see.
On another note, out of one.
Good.
Real quick, sir. Do you see what's happening with our people? You know, with this Donald Trump situation, he's coming down on Issachar. You know, the way he's coming down on Levi. Do you see it like Revelation 12, being fulfilled? Because right now, with the work Most High in Christ for commanding General Yohana,
damn right,
to bring all the 12 tribes together, man, we have so many of our people that are waking up like no other time before, and the deception is turning up at the same time. I see a lot of people that's trying to deceive our people to go back into the vain philosophies that the IHBK have destroyed for many years. And then you have all of these organizations like the FBA who's telling, black in America, just focus on black. Don't focus on the Haitians. Don't focus on the Mexicans at the same time that this government is cracking down on the Haitians, on the Mexicans. You see that, like, I'll read the scripture real quick. So Revelation 12:4. And he still drew the third part of the stars of heaven and did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman, which was ready to be delivered for to devour her child as soon as he was born. The child being the Spirit of Christ, bringing all the 12 tribes together, sir.
Well, okay, in a spiritual sense, you know what I'm saying? Like, in a spiritual sense, they're trying to stop that spirit from coming into the earth because the tribes are already separated at that time. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that's more so Rome in like a physical sense. You know what I'm saying? And then how, like, so it's like if you look at it from two perspectives, right? Like manifold. You have one where Herod and Rome literally tried to kill Christ because of the prophecy, which is why his mother, you know what I'm saying, went out with him. You know what I mean? They literally wanted to get rid of him and stop his birth. And then they also want to stop the spread of his spirit. You know what I'm saying? Now, America is the continuation of the Roman Empire. So they definitely try to snuff out that spirit so that this way, you understand, it can't rise. But this is as far as like what transpired, this is definitely speaking about, you understand, around then, because as you read on, it leads up to Christ's return. You know what I'm saying? It leads up to the salvation of it. And because of the beast, because that beast, that dragon, is the same one in 13. You know what I'm saying? So it goes from Rome, you understand, to the beast and the dragon giving him the power. You know what I'm saying? To the 7 heads and the 10 horns, you know what I'm saying? Which is what it talks about in the beginning, which is those nations then ruling in the earth. So from a historical standpoint, this is Rome, the 7 superpowers, the 10 common stock markets, and then, leading up throughout, you understand, that time in history. But from a spiritual standpoint, yes, this dragon, this beast, to this day, is still trying to eliminate the spirit of Christ.
Right.
No sweat. Hey, me team, I told you, and this goes for anybody, man. Y'all want y'all questions answered? You understand? Join the live stream. Otherwise, you know what I'm saying, you can keep bumping your fingers in the chat.
They're real scared of that link tonight. They don't want us to see them with the turkey leg in hand.
Yeah, that's what it really is. That that's y'all eating stuffing and all that. That's funny as hell. Y'all really love John. I don't never see y'all defend Christ that much.
Word up.
Ever.
Or Paul.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the beauty across the line, is that we make ourselves available. And we've been doing this for 10 years. Literally 10 years. Anybody could call up, have the conversation, come get their issue. You know what I'm saying? But I understand. Trust me, I get it. Let me see something here. All right.
Shameless plug real quick, out of one.
Go ahead, please.
We're waiting on somebody to click that link. Listen up, man. Yatazar Apparel. The deals are hot on Yatazar Apparel, right? We have our new drop that's coming up. Yatazar Apparel, together with Officer Yaradun, Real Nigga University. If you want your jacket, make sure you holler at us, right? Make sure you contact us. You could hit us up directly. You could hit up myself or Officer Yaradun, or you can call this number that I'm about to give you right now. You could call Yatazar Apparel at 1-888-854-6144 to get your 12 Tribes jackets, all right, to get your Real Nigga University jacket, to get your ISUPK sweatshirt, everything you need. Just holler at us 1-888-854-6144. And what we are doing as well, everything we have in inventory, we giving it out with a deal. We have these jackets in inventory, all right? So you want to holler at me, you get a great discount. We got the sweatshirt. The inventory is discounted. So everything we have on inventory is being given at a discounted price, 30 to 50% off. So you want to make sure you holler at Yataza Apparel, 1-888-854-6144. If you have me on Facebook, contact me directly. If you have Officer Yara Dunn on Facebook, contact us directly so we can get you locked in. If you want something that we already have that's in stock, you could get. This is the time to get them because you're not gonna get these prices. You're not gonna get these prices at any other time of the year. Right now, all right, until about the next 2 weeks. From right now to the next 2 weeks, you're gonna get great deal from Yatazar Apparel and Yara Dunn. All right, Real Nigga University.
So the
Ooh-wee.
is only for priests.
These items are only for ISUPK. Only for ISUPK. However, if you contact me, I can make something. I'll customize it for you. But what we have in the UPK, you gotta be in the ISUPK. Can you imagine somebody, getting banged by their rib, rocking an ISUPK jacket? It's not gonna happen. Not under my watch. You know what I'm saying? Commanding, not under. I'm an officer 5,000 under commanding General Yohana. Understand this. Not gonna be rocking ISUPK priestly apparel while you getting banged by your rib. All right, but
Right.
yeah, I'll customize something for you though. I can do that.
Nah, no sweat. You know what I'm saying? And then another shameless plug, man. I just dropped the link in the chat. You know what I'm saying? This is a Tribe Called Gad, and we came from the East, man. Tap in, get the double feature on sale, $24.99. Check it out. Yeah, that's the thing, man. All them Christians got the itis, man. They all ate some turkey. You know what I'm saying? Like they chilling with their fam. That's why they don't want the smoke. You know what I'm saying? At all. Let me see some.
I want to read something.
Go ahead.
I want to read something from Jean-Jacques Dessalines, right? Back in 1804, when he looked on the island of Haiti, he said something specific that when I do my classes, especially around the holidays, that I like to bring out to Levi, who just like the rest of our people, who are trained, who are programmed to to celebrate these holidays. This is what Jean-Jacques Dessalines said in the Act of Independence, or the Declaration of Independence, after we won the last battle against the French. He said this on January 1st, 1804, sir. He said this: everything here records the memory of the cruelties of those barbarous people. Speaking about the French, our laws, our manners, our towns, everything still carries the imprint of the French. So when you look at, he's looking at it back in 1804, sir. He's looking at the island of Haiti, even though now we are free from the French. But now that he's looking at the island, he's looking at our ways, our laws, our manners, and all he can see, even though the French are gone, all he can see is the imprint of the French. I'll read it again. Everything here records the memory of the cruelties of those barbarous people, our laws, our manners, our towns. Everything still carries the imprint of the French. So fast forward 200 something years later, you look at our laws, you look at our custom, our manners, and we still carry the imprint of our oppressors. And this is something that we have not learned as a people. We have not learned to separate ourselves from our oppressors. We should not be in 2025 still expressing what we were taught from the oppressors. It is time as a people for us to listen to the ISUPK since 1969, who have been telling you to separate from this oppressor. But as we can see today, most of our people are still celebrating their Thanksgiving. Why? Because the imprint of the oppressor is in your soul.
Yeah, I mean, me see some. Sure. Hey, sidebar, man. That collab you doing with Yaradon, when's it dropping?
It's dropping end of December, early January.
End of December, early January.
It's good that you reminded me, sir. The deadline, right? The deadline is next week, Friday, to put your pre-orders in, which is December 5th. So December 5th is the deadline to put your pre-order for the Real Nigga University all leather jacket and your 12 Tribes jacket, your sweatshirt, everything Yatazar apparel, everything Real Nigga University. And let me not forget, because my rib's gonna get on me, Real Sister University as well. All right. So the sisters, y'all can pre-order as well. The deadline is next week, Friday, December 5th. Go out for that, sir.
Ooh-wee. Nah, no sweat, man. Make sure that y'all definitely cop, man. I'm trying to tell you. Sure. All right, so back to what we were saying earlier, man. You know what I mean? I told you about it's always light. Every Thanksgiving, it's always light, bro. Because I'm telling you, like, when it come down to, like, Christians are the most selfish people on the face of the earth. They got no honor. All they care about is serving a slave master. They want to know, is there a website, or do you got a website or a way to order, or is it just a number?
I do have a website. It's Etsy, but if you go on there, the prices are like, you know, the only thing you can order are the pics. You can order the pics on Etsy, right? If you go on Etsy, you type Yatazar, you will see it. It's Yatazar apparel. So it's etsy.yatazar.com, I believe. But the jackets, you can't order them from the website because the price is, you know, $13,000, because I don't want nobody to order that's not in the ISUPK. But if you want to order anything outside of a pick or a shield, because those are the two things you can order, the pick and the shield. Anything outside of the picks and the shield, you have to hit me up directly. All right? Hit me up on Facebook or call that number 1-888-854-6144.
All right, y'all heard it. Make sure that y'all cop it. What are you confused about? Once again, man, anybody that got a question, comment, you know what I'm saying, join the link in the chat. I'm gonna look to have a new phone number set up by next week, by the way. That old phone service, it's just not cutting it. It's not working it out. I've been trying to find something too that'll fix that, we be able to communicate with each other on it. I don't know what happened there. You know what I'm saying? Let me see something. How do you share your screen again? Yo, man, I'm gonna play something, man, just because somebody called me a liar in the chat. Hold on. Hey, let me see something. We got somebody who joined. Tony Musk, you got a question? Tony? No, we'll check out George.
Oh, yo, sorry. Hello?
What's going on, George? You got a question?
Oh, yeah, I had two questions.
What's up?
You guys can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, question would be, for the...
Tony, I'm going to get back with you in a second. I'm going to put you on mute while I deal with George since he answered first, all right?
No problem.
All right. Go ahead, George.
So for the apparel, the ISUPK apparel, I'm not in the school, but I did buy one of the sweaters at the Passover. I was just wondering if that's okay to wear, because I do wear it certain times when I go out.
Hey, there's a brother with some honor, Yatazar. This brother right here, this brother's all right. You know what I'm saying? Which hoodie was it?
It was actually, let me see if I got it. 1 second.
He about to advertise it too. Oh man.
It's with the shield on it.
Ooh wee, that's fire.
I was just trying to see if it's okay to.
You in class?
Yeah, I check it out online. They just opened up the school in New Jersey, for Jersey City. I was planning on going to that one.
You better pull up. Better not catch you eating pork in that thing.
Oh no, never.
Let me stop messing with you, man.
Never.
Listen. I think by the way you called up and just told on yourself, man. I think you might have some integrity. So you know what I'm saying. All right. But you got another question?
Yeah. It's concerning with the Jersey City school. I was just trying to see if I should come in because, like, I work a slave around the time they do the classes. So I was just trying to see if it's okay to come in for the feast of dedication for that day.
You
like,
can
mandatory.
You could absolutely come in for the feast of dedications, and what you should do is call the number in Jersey just to get in contact with them. You know what I'm saying, and find out not only more information, but you know what you could do to really, you know what I'm saying, to really get down. But absolutely, you could come to the feast. Listen, any Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian can come to our events.
But good sir,
please.
We'll probably be having the feast all here. Still check with them, but we'll probably be having it here at headquarters.
Kanye, so definitely call them up, you know what I'm saying, and get all the proper information.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you.
No sweat. All right, shalom.
Appreciate you. I think I'm friend with the brother on Facebook. That wasn't Yato's apparel, but that's definitely UPK apparel.
That was an honest brother, man.
Yeah, I'm friend with the brother on Facebook. I've seen that face before and that name. The Most High in Christ, you know.
Right. Tony, you got a question or a comment?
Yeah. I just want to like get to know like what do you guys believe in? You guys are like Black Hebrew Israelites, right? So like I'm interested.
Well, Black Hebrew Israelite is considered a byword for us, and it's also like an oxymoron. It's like saying white George Washington. George Washington was white. Why are we saying it? The Jews are black. The Israelites are black.
The Jews are black?
Yes.
First of all, I'm not really a fan of Jewish people, but like I'm sure they're not black.
No, the people that you're calling the Jewish people, you understand, are imposters. They stole an identity. They converted to a fake religion called Judaism at large in the 8th century, around 722 AD.
I could kind of agree that they are imposters, kind of, because they don't really follow God, in my opinion. But like, I mean, like, okay, what do you mean? Like, you are like blacks are Jews? Like, what do you mean by that?
So the people, first of all, the people that we consider black are the people that are called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, regardless of complexion. But it's the seed of your father, number one.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like 12 different tribes. Like, I don't know if you can see the screen. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the tribe of Ephraim. That brother's, you understand, from the tribe of Levi. So I'm a so-called Puerto Rican. He's a so-called Haitian. These people that are a part of, you know what I'm saying, this larger diaspora, they are the true Jews, the true biblical Israelites, ethnically, according to the Bible, prophecy, history, so on and so forth. The people you're talking about are converts. All right. They are converts, and they stole the identity and turned it into a fake religion. And yeah, their God is definitely money. It's not the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Hey, we agree on that, yeah. I'm trying to think where I found a problem with that. Here's my problem though. You know, blacks are not from Asia though, you know? They're from Africa, and the Judea, it used to be called Judea, the 12 tribes of Judea, was located in Asia. So like, how would you like explain that?
I got you. Well, so the people that you consider black that's in America today, this is not their origin, their starting point, right? They came from another land. Well,
they came from, yeah.
But well, before they were in that other land, guess where they were? In what you're considering, you understand, like Asia or Asia Minor. This is the area in which that they were in originally before they were expelled from the land because of Roman occupation. So the last time that the true Jews were in the land in mass was 70 AD. So since 70 AD, a vast majority of these Jews fled into West Africa. And it wasn't Africans selling Africans, it was Africans selling Jews.
Trying to think. I don't know. I mean, I just hear from historians like, I don't know, like that's not true. Like, I don't know, man.
Well, I don't know which historians you hear from, you know what I'm saying? Because I've heard that it's from several different historians, and especially even some of them are in different languages as well. But you know what I'm saying? The number one thing that matters more to me than anything is the Bible. And in the Bible, you understand the Jews are black. The Jews are not white. They're not, you know what I'm saying, these imposters that's over there in that land. And if you learn anything about them, you'll find out that at large, originally, especially the Ashkenaz, they descend from the Khazarian Empire in Russia, Georgia.
No, Eastern Europe, yeah, like Poland and Ukraine.
Well, once again, because of migration, you know what I'm saying, they were in Ukraine and Poland and Eastern Europe after the Khazarian Empire fell. They went out into Eastern Europe and then started infiltrating different European countries.
No, didn't they leave because like they didn't like the Romans, and the Romans were like mocking them and stuff. So
what had happened was, just so you know what I'm saying, during the time of the Byzantine Empire, right? There was a war going on between them and the Muslims until eventually Byzantine was overthrown. And I want to say like 1453. When the Byzantine Empire was overthrown, that's when you started to see a different type of occupation. But before it was, the Khazars lived in a steppe region, you know what I'm saying, around the mountains of Russia, Georgia by the Black Sea. And what they said was, if we convert to Islam, we'll be under their command. If we convert to Christianity, we'll be ruled by the Byzantine. So they created a state of neutrality by creating Judaism, because they knew that the Old Testament came before both the Quran and the New Testament. So by them only claiming the Old Testament and saying that we're Jewish and we practice Judaism, they were able to stay out of the war and the conversion. Eventually, their empire fell, and when their empire fell, those people went into Eastern Europe.
Yeah.
There's and once again, if you want to check out certain books, you could check out the book that they hate, Arthur Koestler's 13th Tribe. You could check out a Jewish encyclopedia from 1904, which literally has the definition of Khazars. You could check out The Invention of the Jewish People. You could check out the history of the Jews in Poland and Russia. Chosen People from the Caucasus, Michael Bradley. There's several people who've done research on this. It's just that academia inside of America, who sits at the top of it, is Jewish people. So they're not giving out their identity. Because
you're right. I mean, they're behind everything.
Yeah. And if you were to look at them in that capacity, what you'll realize is if that information was publicized and presented as fact, then that means they also have no claims to Palestine, and the entire war that they've been committing is illegal and not based on ancestral rights.
Yeah. I mean, they're not even from there. They're Ashkenazi, you know, they're from Ukraine and Poland, you know, and it sucks what they did to the Palestinians, you know.
Correct. You got
here's the problem.
Yeah,
one last thing, because I heard something earlier, and you know, I seen you guys before. I heard like
Yosef, I'm coming to you next.
Okay. I heard that like you guys don't accept whites or Europeans, people that are European ethnicity wise descent. Like, correct. Why is that?
For the same reason. So what are you white?
No.
What are you?
Hispanic.
Okay. What type of Hispanic?
Like Mexican.
So are you on your father's side? Are you like indigenous, like Los Indios, or from Spain?
I'm how do I pronounce it?
You're gonna say mestizo?
Yeah, mestizo, exactly. Yeah, like I have like Spaniard a little bit because of
Okay.
the colonies, the colonization. You know. Yeah.
So, okay, when I usually talk to somebody who's from Spain, they usually know which parent, or you know what I'm saying, how many generations back it was that they came over, because they didn't lose their history. So what you're saying is you're mixed and you're not really sure. You know, like there's some Indian in there, you know there's some Spanish, but you're not sure exactly. Is that
I
what
would say I'm 60% indigenous Aztec and maybe 40% Spaniard. You know.
Well, we don't deal with percentage. We don't deal with percentage. We don't deal with complexion. We deal with the seed of the father. Like Bob Marley's white to us because his father's white.
Oh yeah, I heard of that. I heard about that. Yeah, you guys consider him white.
Yeah, you're the God considers him white because you're the seed of your father. So the point is, if your father was from Spain, you'd be considered white. If your father was indigenous, you'd be considered Los Indios.
Yeah. Well, that's why we never know. I don't know who my great grandfather, like I don't know who he is, who started this mixture, you know?
So just so you know, right? If you can't go back to a certain generation, next thing after that is the spirit. You know what I'm saying? So like the spirit is the real litmus test. Like once we get the demographic and everything down, we start weeding certain things out. Now it's about your spirit. And there's no way you're going to be able to sit in the class hearing the white man is the devil 50 times at a time and you not be a white person. It's just your spirit's going to fight against it because it's talking to you. You know what I'm saying? But for the same,
I don't see the white man as the devil, you know?
Well, I mean, a lot of people don't. And those people, to me,
I think white people are good people overall. I mean, if you look at the philosophy, most inventions, you look at this great country, America, it's white people, you know?
I got you, and
I think give them credit. I think
that America is a terrible place for Black and Hispanics. You know, you being Mexican,
how is it a terrible place though when there's affirmative action and there's all this DEI stuff?
I got you.
And another thing, when a black person says I'm proud to be black, I want black pride, you know, people cheer him on and all that stuff. But when a white person says I'm proud of my history and I'm proud to be white, they get called a white supremacist.
I'm starting to think that you might be more Spaniard than native.
No, I'm not. No, I'm brown.
Well, we don't go off of complexion, but I'm gonna respond to what you're saying. The fact that there is DEI and affirmative action is the proof that America was not fair to minorities.
Oh no, you're right. They weren't before, but
I'm responding to what you're saying. Please don't interrupt me.
Sorry.
No sweat. So the fact that there is DEI and the fact that there is affirmative action is the proof of the oppression, because things like that wouldn't have had to be created and instituted if it wasn't for the fact that people were being oppressed. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the fact that like you're saying you're Mexican and you don't have any compassion on what ICE is doing to your Mexican brothers and sisters.
Wait, I didn't say that. I just said DEI and affirmative action. I didn't mention ICE.
Well, here's the thing, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm putting it all together because I don't weigh pain and separate it from my brothers and sisters. So for me, what affects a Haitian, what affects a Mexican, what affects the tribe of Judah, all of the above affects me because these are my brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? And to what you're saying, all of these things are byproducts of oppression, which is the proof to what I'm saying. You're really proving my argument.
Back to I never said anything about ICE. I do agree ICE has gone too far. You know, like what is a 70-year-old old man, you know, having a business going to do? You know, I do think they have gone too far. But I'm against DEI, you know, I'm against all that stuff. But like you're saying America's bad for these people and minorities and stuff. I mean, I don't think so, you know.
Yeah,
like,
and
the civil rights has passed and you know everybody's equal, everybody has rights now. You know, we all, you know, have these beautiful rights, freedom of speech, you know, and
Yeah, so this is why you're completely like, you know what I'm saying, misinformed on what you're saying. And and once again, even you bringing up civil rights is interesting. You know what I'm saying? Strictly because of Civil rights came from oppression. You know what I'm saying? And the statistics,
I agree.
The statistics, right, that Black people went through in America were more positive and better prior to. What do I mean by that? Before civil rights and before integration, there was more married household. There was less juvenile delinquency. There was less people incarcerated. You know what I'm saying? Our cities were, Black Wall Street, Paradise Valley, Detroit, Seneca Village. You know what I'm saying? And white people destroyed them and continue to create different levels and avenues of oppression every 10 years. So since civil rights, you know what else happened after civil rights? Heroin got flooded in the ghetto by the military, by the government. You know what happened after that? Cocaine came in, the crack epidemic. The CIA was behind that. Every 10 years, they found a new way to oppress this people. So what you're saying is insane.
Yeah, but who's willingly taking those drugs?
Yeah,
it's all about will at the end of the day.
Let me tell you something.
Like, you have this conspiracy theory that the CIA, the CIA is behind this and stuff, but
it's not
even if that's true, like, who is willingly taking these drugs?
And this is why I do believe that you're a Spaniard, and why I think that you're a piece of garbage. And I'm going to tell you.
What do you mean?
I'm going to tell you why.
I'm not even Spaniard. I'm Mexican.
I think you're a piece of garbage because
why?
You are not going to put any blame on Oliver North. You have no blame for George Bush, who was the head of the CIA. You have no blame for Ronald Reagan running a trap house known as the White House. But you would rather oppress and oppressed people. You're a piece of garbage. Hey, Yosef, you're up next.
What's going on, brother? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. What's happening? You got a question or a comment?
How are both of y'all brothers doing this evening?
Not bad. Yourself?
All right. Okay. All right, brother. My question is about Matthew's, chapter 13, where it says, and Zerubbabel begot Abiud. I've asked a couple of brothers this question. The references and the studies that I've done to check to see who Abiud was, I couldn't find any of him in the Old Testament. There was one individual named Abiud, but he was a Benjamite. He was not of the tribe of Judah or of the lineage of David. And what my question is, this question was addressed to Zariak. He said he would address it a couple of times. I'm not here for contention, man. I'm just trying to get a decent understanding and have a little dialogue on this. The reference that I'm using is First Chronicles 3:10. It actually gives the lineage from David all the way down to Jeconias.
Okay. So, and this is in Matthew's, right?
Yes, Matthew chapter 1, verse 13.
If you wanna wait for Cap, you know what I'm saying, that's not a problem. But just know Matthew's is not Matthew's is like a prominent lineage. Matthew's isn't like a name for name for name for name, which is why you have women who's mentioned inside of there. So this is like, you ever hear the term patents of nobility?
No, I'm not familiar with that.
Patents of nobility is a family tree, which is also listed in like legal documentation to show who's related to you, whether it's dukes, barons, princes, and it shows your noble blood. This argument, right? The most important thing of this argument is, one, that they're saying Christ is the seed of David. Two, they're saying this is his lineage. This is who's in his family. You know what I'm saying? And as it starts to break this down, it's saying this is why he's supposed to be king.
Okay. Hey, brother, no disrespect. I'm gonna look into what you just said, but I'm specifically reading this verse, and it says, and Zerubbabel begot Abiud. Making that statement, I have children, I'm pretty sure you do too. And just like you were, this kind of has something to do a little bit with the conversation you were having with the individual that was before me. Lineage is important. There has been cases in the Old Testament where people could not prove their lineage, and they couldn't take a lot they couldn't take a plot in the land of Israel because they couldn't prove their descendancy. So I look at this as a direct error because of the simple fact that when I went back to the book of First Chronicles chapter 3, it didn't even list Abiud as one of the sons of Zerubbabel. He had 5 sons and I believe 2 daughters. I didn't know if you wanted to go there to look at that.
So one of the other things that I was going to tell you was, and I'm sure Cap either would have gave you this or this is where he was going to go, is like, for example, when you read about Jehu and Nimshi, it goes through their lineage before. And in one instance, you know what I'm saying, they're both mentioned, and in another one, he isn't, because it was just who was in the prominent line. That's why I'm telling you that this is not so much something that's like beget. It's naming the prominent lineages.
Right. I don't have a problem with that. That's not problematic. The part that's problematic is even when you get over to verse 17, it says, so all the generations from Abraham to David are 14, which if you count from Abraham to David, that's 14. And then it says, and from David unto the carrying away into Babylon is 14 generations. I'm sitting here looking at my chart. I can name them all off. It's actually 19 generations instead of 14.
Okay. I can't explain this any other way than to explain and express to you that this is a it's not you know how like the generations inside Luke is longer because it's more literal, that it's literally going all the way back to Adam. I'm trying to explain to you for the 3rd time now that this is naming the prominent men in this line and not the literal. I can't explain it any other way. That's the answer, whether you accept it or not.
Okay, brother. Like I said, I'm not calling for contention. I don't really feel like you addressed my question. I'm gonna just go ahead and move on, man. I'll probably call back in, but I appreciate the dialogue, my brother.
Nah,
Shalom.
no sweat. Shalom.
All right.
Maybe you'll accept it when Cap says it. I don't know.
No, well, that's the thing. I addressed him like 2 times live. He evaded me 2 times live. He told me to call in, and this doesn't have anything to do with you directly. I feel like he's been like deliberately avoiding me, and that's kind of unusual to me because I've never, I respect y'all brothers, man. I see y'all, taking a decent stand inside of the nation of Israel. And the one thing I've never seen neither one of y'all do, especially him, is avoid certain questions. I know people be going, kind of crazy in the chat, but I'm talking about when somebody has a direct question, I've always seen y'all just stand firmly and address the question, you know what I mean, with the answer and use the scripture, you know what I mean? So that is kind of offsetting to me, you know what I mean? But I'm just another brother, you know what I mean? Just trying to, have a discussion about this. And I noticed when I was talking to him, he was kind of trying to go over the book of Luke. You can't even verify what the whole basis of this conversation is substantiation. Like, how do you substantiate your lineage if you can't prove your lineage? You know what I mean? Like, when you get from in verse 13 after Abiud, you can't even substantiate any of those other individuals up to Christ as far as giving reference to them in the Old Testament, but you can do that all the way up to Zerubbabel, and like I said, brother, like it's, I'll just go ahead and move on. I don't know if anybody else has any other questions, and I appreciate your time, man.
No,
Unless you got any other months.
The only thing I could say is, like I said, if Cap said he's gonna answer you, he will. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, he's not on the show tonight, but just either hit him on the Call Chronicles or come through next Thursday.
Okay, brother. All right, brother. Shalom.
All right, shalom. I can't explain prominent more than that. I don't know. Oh, it's 12 o'clock. Well, that was actually perfect timing. You got anything to close out with?
Good, real quick, sir. I've been, I don't know the exchange the brother had with Captain Zolyak, but I've been, here for a little minute. I've never seen Cap, avoid any question. He'll probably tell you he'll get back to you on it. But I don't, believe that Captain was avoiding anything. He said he was gonna get back to you. On it. You could just call back and speak to him directly. Now that he's not here, now that he's not here, that exchange that you have with him, to say he was avoiding it, he's not here to defend himself. Cap wasn't avoiding anything based on me knowing him. He said he'll get back to you if he does that.
All right. And with that, hey, man, Passover coming up April 4th, man. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that y'all secure your rooms. Make sure that y'all secure your trip. Pay your Passover ticket, your Passover fees. Get that in. Pay your tithes. You know what I'm saying? Tap in with us. Subscribe. Hit the bell. You know what I'm saying? And shalom, Israel.
You.